Hey, what's up? My name is Taclys, and today we're going to be looking at an expert quest. Now, this was supposed to be an intermediate quest, but as I made it, things just kind of escalated, and it became an expert quest. That being said, I'm super happy with the result from this, and I think I've streamlined it the best way I possibly can, so that it uses minimal code while getting a lot done. So first, let's talk to this alchemist. Hello there, traveler. I've been selling potions for some time now. My pet Scruffles may need to be fed. Could you check on him? I've added a marker on your map where my house is located. I'll pay you 30 coins and a potion. Press B to accept. So then it shows current objective. Now, if you did my map tutorial earlier, then I'll show you how to add a marker to the map. So if we go to the map, this is the alchemist's house, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to go over there. Now, here's our last quest guy, but we're going to ignore him, and we're going to kill the Yeti really quick. Just get him out of our way. So here's the alchemist's house, and it looks like that pen is open. Now my objective is to investigate for Scruffles. Now, if I were to run back to my character, my alchemist character, and talk to her, she would say that the Scruffles has escaped and that I should investigate. So I'm going to look around. It looks like her little potion tent has been all wrecked. Uh-oh, I should talk with the alchemist. So I'm going to run back to the alchemist. Gonna talk. Scruffles is missing and my potion tent is destroyed. I bet it was goblins. Or, now that I think about it, I may have left the gate unlocked. Scruffles watches me drink potions. I bet that darned rabbit may have drank them. Let me use some magic to locate Scruffles. I'll pinpoint his location on your map. So now, I need to find Scruffles. So I'm going to open up my map. Look around. There's Scruffles. Let's go find Scruffles. Let's see if I can make it over this pond pretty easy with my charge jumping. Just should be getting pretty close to... Oh, here's Scruffles. Oh, and there's a cutscene, which I showed how to do the cutscene in a previous tutorial, so I'm not going to go over that in this tutorial. So now we're going to fight. And I could have made Scruffles a really cool boss fight, but he's not. He's just pretty much a normal enemy brain. So, I'm gonna kill Scruffles. And look! There's a little Scruffles! And Scruffles is following me around now. So, let's head back and talk to the alchemist. Alright, and Scruffles is still on his way. We're going to go talk to the alchemist. You saved Scruffles. He's back to normal. Thank you so much. He seems quite attached to you. I don't really have time to take care of him. You can keep him if you like. And of course, here's your 30 coins. Enjoy. And instead of just adding a number to the coin counter like we did in the last quest, it's a little more flashy this time. And then the objective says we're all done. And then, poof, the objective is gone. And I get to keep Scruffles as my awesome pet who will fight for me. Check this out. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so that's the quest. Now, unlike many of my tutorials where I start completely from scratch, this one's going to be quite a bit pre-built already, just because of the detail of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the character step by step. So this is our quest giver. Now, instead of using a ton of pages like we did for the last quest, we're going to be using a lot of variables, text and Boolean. So, first, when interacted, switch page to the next page. This is the dialogue page, the next page. Here is all the interactions that she does with the character. But first, once the quest for the Boolean variable quest not started is true. So, when the quest is not started and detects the player, greet and say, "Traveler, I could use your help." Then when interacted, let's go back up to the top. When quest not started, it's going to display a text box with the center alignment, large text, all that. With the text, hello there, traveler, I need your help, my pet's Scruffles, whatnot. So then, when you press B, quest not started then equals false, and quest step 1 equals true, which is a new Boolean variable. Then we'll switch page to the previous page. Back to here. Now, we have a brain to handle the objective. So when quest not started equals false, once the objective says go to the alchemist's house, and it displays in the bottom corner current objective plus global objective. Next, if you did my map tutorial and you want to have markers on your map, grab a primitive cylinder, make it fairly big, and stack them on top of each other and make them a group. Then you need to add this code to it. You need to have visible equals false, when global map equals true, and when quest step 1 equals true. Highlight blue, holograph, visible, and then say alchemist's house. If the text doesn't appear, you need to raise this whole structure higher up in the air so it's closer to the camera. Next, when we actually get down here, as you can see, I have a large detect radius on this door. When quest step 1 is true and it detects the player, once it changes the global objective to investigate for Scruffles, and it plays a sound, which the sound is up to you. It's kind of just a notification that there's a objective change. Now, as you can see, the objective is investigate for Scruffles. So we're going to go over here to this tent, which is a very similar line of code. When quest step 1 equals true and detect the player, the objective says, uh-oh, I should talk to the alchemist. So if you go talk to the alchemist, I'll run you through some of the code here. Now let's say that you didn't do both of those steps before coming and talking to the alchemist. Let's say you didn't go to the alchemist's house, and the global objective still equals to alchemist's house. She will say, go feed Scruffles for 5 seconds, and then it'll switch back to the previous page. If the objective is to investigate for Scruffles, the text will say, come on. Scruffles isn't in his pen. I'm sure he's near the house. Go look around. And if the objective is equal to, uh-oh, I should talk to the alchemist, which you see after finding the wrecked tent, then you should go back and we're going to display a text box on the screen instead of just say. If there's an important objective change, we switch to a text box. So, for the text box, we're going to put Scruffles is missing and that whole bit of dialogue, which goes on for a while. Then when B pressed, we're going to put quest started equals false, quest step 1 equals false, and now quest step 2 equals true. And then once, actually, yeah, let's change this to once. Objective equals find Scruffles. Now we're going to use a similar map pointing technique as we did at the alchemist's house. We're going to move it over above Scruffles, which I'm going to position it a little bit better above Scruffles. There we go. And now it's going to be quest step 2 and Scruffles location. Next, we have a logic cube over here where we have Scruffles location. And when this logic cube, when quest step equals true, started to, we're going to create Scruffles at position me being the logic cube. Now Scruffles is a template, meaning that instead of being a normal character, he's invisible until he's created. So that it's done by going into brain, template, true. I already got him coded out. So here, this is some of the code to do the cinematics. These 2 pages are for cinematics. This page is for him being a boss. Now, boss is a loose term. This is just a generic enemy brain. I am going to do a series on epic boss fights, though. Don't worry. I have made some incredible boss fights before. But when is dead, we're going to create my pet cottontail, which is right to the side, and I'll look into his brain in a minute. Objective now equals, looks like I saved Scruffles. And then destroy with magic. We don't want to let him die. We need to destroy him right away. So it looks like he turned back into Little Scruffles. Now, Little Scruffles is also a template. And he is a normal cottontail template. But when he detects the player, instead of running away, he switches to this page permanently. Which then puts him on Team 1. When bump, he turns away from it quickly. When not detect the player, he moves toward the player. And when he detects the player and he detects enemies, he moves toward it and attacks it. When not detects enemies, he moves towards the player at half speed. So he'll walk up to you slowly when he gets near you. So that's as simple of pet brain as I could come up with. That still is a fighter. He's also invincible because he's very, very squishy if you want him in combat. So then he will follow you back to the Alchemist if the player gets close enough to detect him, which the player should. When you go back to the Alchemist, here, I'm going to switch to the next page. When the objective is to find Scruffles, and you haven't gone and found and killed Scruffles, evil Scruffles, mind you, she'll say, go find Scruffles. So then, when objective is equal to, looks like I saved Scruffles, we're going to do another text box. You saved Scruffles. He's back to normal. Thank you so much. He's quite attracted to you. That kind of thing. Then when B pressed, quest not started is false. Quest step 1 is false. Quest step 2 is false. And then quest end equals true. And then started to, objective equals, you're all done. Now, in a totally separate line, when quest end equals true, for the duration of 30 frames, we're going to create coin at position player. Then after 3 seconds, I'm going to switch page to the next page, which is a blank page, so the Alchemist can't do anything anymore. Then we'll go back into the objective brain, and when quest equals true, quest end equals true, after 6 seconds, destroy it so that the objective icon goes away. So, that's how you do a quest. That's as fast as I can explain it. If that doesn't make sense to you, if I skimmed over something that seems like an important fact, I'm sorry. This is designed for experts who already know, they know all the steps to do this. I just put all the steps in an order and in a fashion so that they can create a quest out of it. I will do an intermediate quest here soon, which is less complex, but I'll go through it one step at a time, building it like I usually do. So, I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you want a tutorial for yourself, please leave a comment below. I'd love to make something for you. If this helped you, please subscribe to my channel or leave a like. If you have friends who play Project Spark or who are interested but, you know, don't know how to get started, direct them to my channel. I'd love to help them out. Yeah, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.